Hey everybody, it's Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading, and today is Monday, July 8th, 2024. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hey, I had a good trade today, good intraday trade on RIO, RIO, on the 5 minutes, and I thought it was a good example of combining two time frames that led to a nice profitable trade. Um, I hope this is going to be helpful for you. If it is helpful, really would appreciate if you could hit the thumbs up button. Really helps out the channel. So here we go. So this is Rio on the daily. And if you watch my podcast, my weekend review podcast over the weekend, I was highlighting Rio as far as an area to buy for a daily swing trade would be somewhere in this green box here. Now, why is that? Well, the reason why is we make a low here, and then we made a lower low here, and then we rocket it up, taking out this swing high. Well, when that happened back on the 3rd of July, that indicates a structure change to the upside. And when you change from a downward structure to an upward structure, usually the correct move is to buy a dip. And the dip is in what's called a fair value gap. That is the area between this bar here, bar 3, this is bar 1, 2, and 3, the low of bar 3, the high of bar 1. This is the buyable area. Now, I didn't buy this for I didn't buy this for a swing trade. I would like it to get lower, giving me a better risk to reward ratio, but it did come down into the buyable area. So I thought, well, we're back down into the buyable area. We had a nice big move up. Now we've had a bit of a pullback, which is to be expected. So because we're in the buyable area on the daily, I'm going to switch to the 5-minute chart and see if I can get a legitimate signal that will let me get long this on an intraday basis. So let's go now to the 5 minutes. So you understand, right? On the daily here, we changed market structure to the upside. On the daily, we came back into a legitimate buyable area. Okay, so that made me think, well, let me look at the 5-minute chart, see if I can find something good. So I'm going to swing back to here to when I made the trade to kind of give you that perspective. So this, and then obviously we'll see how it played out. But this was what it looked like when I bought it. So you can see price is in the green area on the daily. So that's one good thing. Second good thing is that we are down near the major moving averages. Here's the 250 moving average. Here's the 300 moving average. But it bounced at the 300 here. I technically could have bought this, but I didn't buy it because the RSI was still under the 30 RSI. So we rallied up, we came back down, we pretty much made a double bottom with a bullish divergence. I mean, it just within a penny or so tested this bottom. But what I noticed was the bullish MACD divergence. You can see here at these lows, we have deep red MACD bars. And we rallied. Now we come down just almost as low, but you see how there's no red MACD bars at all. All this means is that from a MACD perspective, the selling momentum is reducing. And it's reducing so much, in fact, that even though we came back down, we couldn't even go red. Okay, so there's a lot of things going for this trade already. One, on the daily, we're in the green. Two, we've had this double bottom with the bullish MACD divergence. Three, on at the point that I bought it, and I bought it here at 66.82, we went from under 30 over 30. So daily green buy area on the 5-minute double bottom bullish divergence. We just rejected the 300 SMA, and we went from under 30 to over 30. That's the trade. Do you see how we've combined the multiple time frames and combined the multiple setups? So got long here, 66.82. First thing I always do when I get long is I place my emergency stop, 2 ATRs below. If it gets there, Simply out of the trade, no questions asked. That's my emergency stop. My end of bar stop is simply a close back under the 30 RSI, because that's why I took the trade. I took the trade because it went under 30, over 30. So I ended up buying it at 34.25. So I have two stops, emergency stop and end of bar stop. If the next bar headed down and closed under 30, I'd simply be out of the trade. So those are the two stops. Now let's talk about profit targets. Well, my maximum allowed stop is 2 ATRs. So I want to be at least twice that to the upside with my profit target. So if I have a 2 ATR emergency stop, I want to be able to have a 4 ATR profit target. So I have an asymmetrical risk to reward. Now, one of four things is going to happen going forward. One, I'm going to hit my emergency stop. Two, it's going to close below the 30 RSI and I'm going to get out for a smaller loss. Three, it's going to hit my 4 ATR profit target. Or four, it's going to end the day not triggering any of these things. Maybe a little small loss, maybe a little small gain. Make sense? So let's see what happened. Let's see what happened with the rest of the trade. So we went up a little bit, down a little bit, had a nice little rally. Then we come down a little bit. So I'm still hanging in the trade. It's still positive. This one was a little scary, but it recovered, never closed below the 30 RSI. And you can see this was the end of the day. And this was one of those situations where I did not quite hit my 4 ATR profit target, pretty close. It was at 67.22 when it ended up at 16 or 67.17. So it was still a nice positive trade, about 35 cents, about 0.52%, so a little bit over a 0.5%, but it was such a good setup. Again, the daily, we were in the buyable area. And then intraday, double bottom, bullish divergence, rejection of the 300, under 30, over 30, and my stop was close, just a close back under 30. And like I said, it didn't quite get there. They're not always going to get there. But yeah, this is a good example of using multiple time frames and then waiting for a confluence of signals to wait for those to form and to trigger before getting in the trade. So yeah, nice, really decent, easy trade. It was a little bit scary right here. If you'd like to learn more about my trading and the strategies that I use and learning about them, three options. One, you can visit my Weekend Review podcast on YouTube on Saturdays. It's about an hour long. I take you through all the trades that I made, both on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, when I got in, why I got in, what was the setup, how I'm going to manage the trades going forward. And then after we do that, I talk about the trades that I'm looking for in the upcoming week. So I think it's really helpful and informative, and I think you'll learn a lot. Two, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a 15-hour course, just you and I teach you step-by-step how to trade all the different strategies that I've been trading as a professional trader for 28 years. I've taught people from all over the world, from absolute beginners all the way up to the hedge fund level. So if you're interested in that, it's an investment, but you will learn a skill that you can use the rest of your life. And number three is I have a really great online course available at udemy.com. The link's in the description, where I teach you step-by-step how to trade the deep dip buy stock trading strategy. And I've sold so many around the world. I think it's like a 4.8 or 4.9 rating on that video, but that's a really, really good one. So anyway, any of those three, you can learn more about my trading. If you have any comments or questions about this trade or anything I'm doing here, feel free to leave them in the comments section. And like I said, if you don't mind hitting the thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. So I hope this was helpful, everyone. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.